So this is my pit bike. She's a 2000 Xr100, and here lately she's been getting rode hard. Looped it, so now I need a rear fender. Handlebars are bent. This mount down here's bent, causing my kickstand to hit my swing arm because I wrecked it. So we're gonna get her fixed up. I've got a giant bend in my wheel. So my intention was to scrape here, but it was wet grass. As soon as I hit my brake, it slid out from under me, and that's how I broke my rear fender. No, the fender, yeah. Probably the third new fender for her. And then I got some Renthal bars because they're a lot like what come on these factory. Got everything off the front brake. We got the clutch, the kill switch, and then I get down to the throttle tube. And like I say, all this is factory. And if you look in there, that's not looking too sharp. So I'm just gonna have to drill that out and then I'll get a new one. Just like that, the new bars are on, looking good. Pretty much got these things done. Cleaned up the kill switch a lot, but I don't know how I feel about those 3 zip ties. So it's a few days later and we're back on the XR, and I actually did go weld my exhaust. I tack welded all the way around it and then spray painted it, so hopefully it won't rust. Yeah. What we have here. Bum, bum, bum. So it's time to get this one off. Dropping the linkage now so our shock can come out. We should be pretty well set to go now. And my swing arm. Dirt bike sitting on its forks. We're gonna try to get this swing arm off without doing anything too crazy, too bad. There we go. Just took some maneuver. She is. Swing arm to a 25-year-old Xr100. Going to the powder coat. Me and my buddy Davey just took the forks off camera. And yeah, I had to strap it to the stand because it almost fell off like 4 times. Yeah. Hey. Beat by Apollo, stop at New Apollo's. Cop a Henny sour and I'm puffing Jack. Alright, so me and my buddy Evan also just got our valve cover off because it's going to get coated as well. So we're starting to get some parts in. Right here I got a nibby throttle tube, a cable, and then here's the BBR frame cradle. It's out in powder coat right now. I got some ASV levers, BBR rev box. This is chain and sprockets. This is just a BBR chain slider, the rear shock I'm waiting on, and then my fork spring. Just like that, these things are on there. Got a front brake too. Now I'm gonna see what it takes to get this stock rev box out. I got a BBR one right here. We're gonna see what it does. Maybe it'll have a limiter now.
It's time to get the bag, yeah. Dollars coming, let me see it. Multi-million, I'm a bid. On a mission, best believe it. Ask for it, you receive it. Dollars coming, let me see it. Multi-million, I'm a bid. On a mission, best believe it.
Now I've got my BBR rev box. We're gonna try this one, see what she says.
Ask for it, you receive it. Got it locked, put the key in. Got them looking, yeah, they praying. She like, I like what I'm seeing. Now we
BBR rev box is installed.
They agreeing, play full, yeah, we eating. Now you can't ignore this feeling when you.
I bought that nibby throttle tube and a red throttle cable. So we're gonna see what we can do.
Why these niggas built in? You found love, why you chin? She know that I'm never leaving. They won't beef, but they vegan. I don't know.
I'm waiting on the new carb. I hooked my end up too, but I went ahead and threw these nibby grips on with it.
On that, get a pack, then I roll that. She got ass, tell her throw that. Start her on, it's a throwback. Just a straight roll, I don't even pay tolls. The boy a genius and I ain't talking yay though. Been a living legend since I was like a day old. I remember days though, listening to J. Cole. I remember days though, listening to Drake though. Had to up my profile, had to up my payroll. Getting too high, yeah, you know I had to lay low. Getting too fried, eating on some fucking baked dough. Yeah, I came through, and you know I had to make do. Yeah, I came through, and you know I had to make do. Getting all these dollars, yeah, you know I had to make them. Yeah, I came through, yeah, you know I had to make do. Beat by Apollo, stop at new Apollos. Cop a Henny sour.
So we're currently on the way to pick up our powder coated parts, and I got a blanket to set them on. I'm pretty excited to see what they look like. So I've got all my powder coated parts back at the shop now. We're about to tear into them and see what they look like. Here's all the parts I got powder coated, and it looks all right here, but wait till I show y'all in the sun.
Jack sour, yeah, I feel a black power, yeah, this time is really ours. It's time to get the bag, yeah, it's time to get the bag, yeah. Dollars coming, let me see it. Multi-million, I'm a bid. On a mission, best believe it. Ask for it, you receive it. Dollars coming, let me see it. Multi-million, I'm a bid. On a mission, best believe it. Ask for it, you receive it.
I dip in the corner and something imported, I'm copping it in.
Alright, after about 45 minutes of fighting with this swing arm, I finally got it on, and the new bearings, so that's sweet. Went ahead and threw this side's peg back on, as well as this side and the brake lever. Went ahead and threw this massive chain guide on. So, your boy went and picked up the new suspension, new wheels.
Passion before desire. I've been away trying to build a wheel up this life require. Slowly letting go to regain control. It's like ice to tires. Shit had me slipping. I turned the heat up, jumped in the kitchen. Renewed commitment, removed the waste and improved the writer. Took up the taxes. I brought a bag and straight from the Shire. Thank the Messiah. My shoulders heavy, my thoughts inspire. The shots been fired. You crossed the line.
So your boy forgot we had these for the forks, and they're on. So we're about to go redo the whole thing and throw these bad boys on there.
Entertainment. I see dollar signs and it get me stimulated. I never fall in line, didn't do no guessing. No, it's my turn. I saw all the signs. Yeah, it's a signs, but mostly patience. I didn't resign. I had to hold it together and tell them we'll be fine. Even when I didn't know if that was true, I couldn't lose my pride, and that's why this is get back season. I can never call it even. We the ones that they believe in. Yes, sir.
so your boy couldn't get the spring off the other shock on the new shock, so we just bought a fat boy shock. Bike is finally off the stand. Got new sprockets on, new chain on. That fat boy shock that was so pricey. I'm gonna get the rest of this little stuff taken care of. Get the big bore on. All right, now that I got the bike back on the ground, it is motor mount and skid plate time. Just got the motor mount and the BBR like frame connector and skid plate on. Looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the chain cover and the stator cover on. Seat cover on, graphics on. So this is kind of off topic, but we got the carb here and the jets for the big bore and the exhaust, you know, bigger main and pilot. Look, I did my research. This is what it said to run, so we're gonna see. Throw them in there real quick.
Thank God I still had ability when we didn't have a roof. I couldn't even think of stability, let alone had the tools to be making change, and it ain't that ancient a memory. Strange that I can't forget where I came, but don't know if they'll do the same and remember me till I'm painting a bigger picture, making some bigger figures. I can't get stuck in that lane, that's deep, it'll be delivered.
Alright, me and your boy Colton about to throw the old Nibby carb on. I heard with these Nibbies, you gotta kinda be careful, cause that air box, you gotta stretch a little bit to get on the boot right here. But we'll see if that's true. Got a heat gun. Got a 100 and a carb. And it's gonna go on there.
Trust I've been working and mercy, Lord. Trusting my process, I'm honest. Looking for progress and pushing forward. Know I might fall while I'm running. I pick myself up sometimes and pay that pressure no mind. Cause ain't no way I can work this hard. And I know my time is coming.
Look, feet all on the pavement, but these dreams were so adjacent to this rut that I've been stuck in begging
So the 100 is picked up. I'll show y'all more when we get to the crib.
Jesus, can you save him? And the mirror start to hate him, cause I really know he faking. What's the point of shots you taking when your purpose you eat?
Okay, so here's the reason for getting new black wheels too also. So you can see on the front, it's dented. This dude is completely warped. Like, I didn't even realize the back was, but glad I got both.
Faded unhealed scars, heart is made of gold, but I feel bronze. Should wash the dirt away for newest day, but it's still dawn. Talking to my peers to make it clear like who healed y'all. Was taking little baby steps at first, but I still crawl. Pain that's deep inside, that's been something I feel more.
Alright, so I got the bike back up in the shop on the stand. The 115 big bore is installed. I gotta readjust this kicker back a little bit so it's not hitting that. New clutch plates are in. Gotta throw the exhaust on, everything else, and then I'm gonna tune it a little bit. And hopefully we can go on a ride. Time to throw this exhaust on. I could buy a new exhaust, but quite honestly, I don't want to spend the money. And I made this one to fit before they made big guns to fit XRs back in the day. So we're gonna run it.
I know I should be working, but these days I just chill more. Stuck in solitude in my residence. The truth is clear as evident. Boy, you know you haven't sinned. Don't need no more evidence. You all outside your element. Cause you got too arrogant. Your soul is in a deficit. Boy, you know you delicate. Get back on your regiment. So pick yourself up. This was good for your development. And that's real.
I've been working in mercy, Lord. Trusting my pride.
Y'all know of any nozzles for VP jugs that are worth a dang? Let your boy know, because every one of mine busted and leaks and everything's go bad and this da 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 da.
Some monies, looking for progress and pushing forward. Know I might fall while I'm running. I beat myself up sometimes and pay that pressure no mind. Cause ain't no way I can work this hard, and I know my time is coming. I've been working.
Okay, so this dirt bike build has been never freaking ending. I get it back together, get it running, and now my petcock's leaking, so I'm probably going to have to order a rebuild kit for it, and that's going to make us wait another week, so. Oh, me, I just want to get this done and get this video up.
2 days later.
2 days later, we've got a new petcock with a new gasket, so let's go throw this guy on. I may regret it, but I think I'm going to try to do it with the bike, with the tank still on, and just keep it leaned over so that I can get to this guy. It's not leaking right now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we now have the old one off and the new girl on, all plugged in. Don't try to do that like I did. You'll spill gas everywhere. We have now got the new petcock installed. I'm gonna see if that helped anything. I really don't expect, make sure it ain't leaking nothing. I really don't expect it to help it run right. I think I'm gonna have to probably do something with that needle in the car, but we'll see. Let me turn this choke on. Alright, so I think I figured out my problem. I think I'm going to have to take the tank back off. Well, let me see.
Trusting my process of monies, looking for progress and pushing forward. Know I might fall while I'm running. I pick myself up sometimes.
Okay. So, in here, I don't know if you guys can see that. That needle has notches on it. You guys can see, I got the needle. See those notches? It's in the middle one. We're going to move it to the top. Okay, so I just could not figure out what was getting this bike to run right. And finally, I just moved the needle all the way to the bottom, like instead of the top like I was telling y'all. Looky here. we got the bike running, like, majority of the way how we want it. I may have to change up some things, fine-tune it later. It's good enough for me for right now. She's going back together. I've had this bike apart for like 3 months, but I mean, I'm working. I gotta work to pay for all this somehow, and then parts take time to get here. But yeah, I ain't sponsored or nothing. That's for sure.
Pay that pressure no mind, 'cause ain't no way I can work this hard, and I know my time is coming.
Just like that, I put this cover side on. I'm gonna do the other side over there, then I'll get back. Boom. And we got this side on. Remember how I told y'all I had to custom make this exhaust back in the day? I had to notch that out for it because it was burning it. But overall, this bike came out sick.
What they say, hear it all when they talk about me. What they say, I don't care, nah, I'ma do me. What they say, loud and clear. What they say, I don't care, nah, I'ma do me.
Hear 'em talk, let 'em talk. Real things sturdy in the BS walks. Stand up guy won't see me fall. Stay in the cut, won't see me ball. Cause I'm low key, and they think they know me. Like a 30-30, try to dig in this OD. I just let them type what they type, they don't own me. Everything is earned around here, you don't owe me.
What they say, hear it all when they talk about me. What they say.
I love how this thing came out. I just want to give a big thank you to Colton, David, everybody that helped me on this thing. It took a while. It was definitely worth it, though. Yeah. If y'all like these builds, like and subscribe, and we will do some more. That's it.
I don't care, nah, I'ma do